game I'd want to play.
Yeah.
But I played it all the way through, and I literally did not take... He tried to take the controller off me, and I wouldn't let him.
The second time I played that, I played it with a group of friends, and it was really hilarious. I sat back and just watched them play it, and they fucked up so bad. But it was just fun to watch them play it. Like, wow, this isn't actually a game. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's so cool. I was surprised too. And that's always fun to see. But yeah, games like that, you just don't put the controller down. It's good.
So you like that interactive kind of movie type feel to it? Because it's like a movie, but then you interact with it. It's kind of weird.
Because a game that does it, I think, horribly, and people may resent that, is Metal Gear Solid 4. It's got that movie feel to it, and it really is, but literally, I played, I think, 10, 20 minutes of gameplay, and then I got a 2-hour movie. So if you just want to play that game just for the sake of playing it, you can't. You have to sit down and waste your entire weekend to get through one mission, because, like, now I'm getting my 7-hour movie of Snake going, I don't know what's going on. He just moans the entire time. So it was a fun experience, but my God, I didn't know if I was watching a movie or playing a game with that game. Movie thing. Hybrid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the interactive stuff. But I don't want it to be overdone, because if you've seen now, with literally every game is using context-sensitive button clues. And it's gotten to the point where, am I playing a game, or am I just literally just pushing a button when it tells me to push the button? I mean, that's what games always are, but at least you had some control over it. But this is like, hey, you idiot, push the X button. Oh, okay.
Press X to win! Yay!
Right? That's what it seems like. Press X to Jason.
Yeah. Hey, Jason!
Oh, that was just one of the things. There's just the Jason button. I just sat there for about 10 minutes, just continuously pressing it.
Sean gets really, he gets really guttural with that one.
He's like using his indoor yelling voice when he's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another question. This one's from Alex Full 1234. I can't scroll up. Where is it? He says he basically was asking who inspired your video gaming, YouTube career.
Recording.
I got to say it would be. I don't have an exact name or exact group, but it's the people. It probably Halo 2 machinimas in general, or I think it was Hollywood Halo. Those guys who started back in like 2006, around then, 2005, 2006, and started making those Halo 2 machinimas.
Oh yeah, I remember
and even
that.
Red vs. Blue, the original stuff back, and now I was watching that maybe in the 8th grade. That's when I was like kind of interested in like, hey, this is really fun to make entertainment out of video games. So it'd probably be those early machinima makers. So Hollywood Halo, I Am Suck. Rooster Teeth, those would be the guys that kind of made me feel like, hey, I really want to be a part of this as well, and I would like to grow with this as well. Yeah. And that's it kind of just took off from there.
I remember the Red vs. Blue. That was huge in my high school. Like, huge. Everybody loved it.
That's still something that, like, we in my house watch weekly. We watch the new episodes my roommate do.
See, my thing is, I have not watched them in such a long time, and I think the last time I did watch it was probably maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I kind of lost interest in it. It's a great series, but it's better when you're younger and you don't have bullshit you have to deal with. Like, if you have nothing to do all weekend, that's awesome. You just start watching that. But when you're going to worry about whether it be different bills or there would be school or college and other stuff, you're just like, I don't have time to sit down and enjoy myself. So that's why I like movies. Boom, it's 2 hours, it's done, it's great. Or if you could find like a high production, high budget like series, like whether it be Dexter or 24 or Breaking Bad. I spend a lot of my time watching those. But I love how the internet and game creators and machinima makers have been able to capture an audience that was never there. You know, an online audience where people tune in every week to watch the next episode. That to me is what's really cool about how someone can start from nothing and just grow their own kind of network. How Machinima had nothing and then grew a network from that, versus, let's say, if you get on AMC or you get on CBS or NBC, you have an audience already there. They're growing an audience, and I find that to be extremely difficult and most impressive when they do.
Right.
That's what's up.
I had seen a question from, I think his name was Davidoff_M, asking if there was ever a time that you felt like just quitting YouTube whether it was because of drama going on or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times where you just kind of like, this isn't worth it. I'm putting more time in, and it's not even that people aren't watching, but it's just the fact that I'm just not having fun doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens with everyone. I mean, you go through different phases. Obviously, when you grow up, you get older, you have different values than you have when you're younger, and you have different issues and different worries. But I've never had like an entire thing where I just wanted to quit. But I had the thing where it was kind of like some days I'm like, I wish there wasn't anyone on, so I didn't have to answer to anyone. I could just, be by myself.
Yeah.
So you get that sometimes, but you get to the point where either you A, get used to it, or B, have an answer to people's questions, and you just know what to do. But I've fortunately never been in the situation in the last 3 or 4 years where I said, like, oh, man, I just want to quit this. I'm in the situation a couple of days where I'm like, I just don't want to deal with you guys. You guys are busting my balls. But never to the point where I just want to turn it upside down. Because I've had fun this entire time so far, and that's something that, I don't know, that I don't want to lose.
Yeah, you seem really optimistic, and I was going to ask you, like, how do you change that around for yourself? Because, I mean, you're really positive sounding, and even through your YouTube videos, I mean, right. I gain inspiration just by, like I was saying, The Sims 3, I was watching a couple of those, and I really got hooked on them because they're kind of hilarious, and also you're very positive. So how do you implement that something into yourself so you share it with the world? That's
the one thing that I've learned when it comes to a channel or just YouTube in general. People have their own issues and they have their own problems to deal with. They don't want to come on and then see your problems. Yeah, it may work for a little bit, and it may be like where you can gain attention through that and complaining or drama, but it never lasts. People want to come on to be entertained, and they want to come on just to put a smile on.
Yes.
That's where you go when you're feeling crappy. You either go to chocolate ice cream, or you go to the internet. At least that's what I do: chocolate ice cream or the internet.
I'm both.
Both.
At the same time. So what I learned is you just always have to put on a positive attitude, because as much as you may be dealing with crap and it's annoying, well, someone else is dealing with that too. And then your job as an entertainer is to kind of take that issue away from them, at least for the 15 minutes that you do it, and make them, wear a smile. So you have to be positive, just in the sense where it's in your job description. Like right under have microphone, it's be positive. And I would throw that up there. And that's very important. I should have mentioned that before, under be yourself. Be positive. If you are a negative person, a negative Nancy, you're going to have a hard time. Because no one wants to come on and just be negative. No one likes to be told, what's wrong in the world. Everyone wants to be told, well, it's nice out. And again, that it's weird because it happens different on, like, let's say the internet versus the news network. You never go on, like, and turn on, like, let's say Fox or MSNBC, and you never hear, like, oh man, well, a guy gave this kid candy and everyone was happy. You hear, oh, the guy took the kid to the dark alley and did terrible things. Ratings through the roof. So you never have positive on TV. You always have negative to draw up ratings. But I find it to be the complete opposite on the internet. Yeah, you may spark drama and people are like, oh man, this is so negative and I just want to see what's going on. But like long-term growth, I think positive is the way to go. So that's like been a core value of mine. Just stay positive and remain optimistic, and then hopefully people will flock around.
Right.
But that's I don't know how to do it. I just like to smile a lot, and that helps. Like, if you smile, it's really hard to, like, I'm so pissed off with a smile, then you come off as crazy. So, you just gotta smile, and it just kind of flows. So, that's the only way.
That's good. That's some encouraging words there. That's really encouraging. So I need that. Seriously. There's so many times that I get to recording, and then I get to the editing part of my videos, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not putting any of this up. I'm not satisfied at all.
Same.
At all.
That's good too. That you, from the beginning, that you have a bit of standards to what you want to go up. You have to be happy with what you're putting up. And what I've realized more or less is recently, if I'm not happy with something, I've been quick to axe it and quick to just cut out of my rotation, or quick to chop it up into bits just to show the best parts of it, just so it comes off as a more upbeat nature, just so it comes off more as in we're having fun here, which isn't about me complaining or stupid stuff happening. It's literally about just fun times for those 10-15 minutes where you could just smile and not have to deal with anything.
Right.
Really well said.
Thank you, sir.
That's one thing I'm really impressed about you, Chilled, is you're so well spoken. Like, so many people in our generation talk like complete idiots.
It happens. I speak well sometimes. A lot of times, it just comes out. But sometimes there's a that little light bulb turns on, and I'm like, oh, I guess that does make sense.
Shiny thing.
I know, right?
It's so pretty.
It's something that, I don't know. It's not that if you don't speak eloquently, it's not that it says, oh man, this person's a dumb. Right. It's nice to just have a level of speech. Yeah, well, respect towards the English language and a level of speech that you can come off as clear what you're trying to say. And sometimes it's really hard when you're trying to work with people, because you want to kind of you sometimes have to beat around the bush not to offend people. And it's so hard to say that eloquently and beat around the bush at the same time. But other times, it's just nice to be able to just, I don't know, read what someone's writing or listen to someone saying and be able to understand them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you for the compliment. I don't always speak properly, but when I do, I try and make it a point to.
You choose Dos Equis.
Yeah, if I can. Although I don't drink, but if I can, I would.
Yeah.
I concur.
And I suppose one last question, because we are totally over time, and I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm so
it's
sorry. What languages do you speak? And that was who said that?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Stalvager. Yeah. But anyway,
Really
what
elaborate
languages do you
names.
speak, Chilled?
Stalingrad.
Step.
I took Italian for 3 or 4 years in high school, and I kind of lost most of it. I can form some sentences sometimes when people aren't really paying attention and they're kind of drunk. So that sometimes works. So I would say English, a little bit of Italian if you're drunk, and I can do a little bit of sign language that I was taught in the 2nd and 3rd grade. But other than that, predominantly English. I want to capitalize on the Asian market, so I want to learn Mandarin or even Cantonese. But I know that's going to be a bitch and a half to learn.
Yeah.
Well, I can
That's hot.
teach you Korean. Yeah.
Can you really?
Yeah. A little bit here and there.
I can only speak a little bit of Spanish. Bueno. That's about it.
Bueno.
Bueno.
I can only
Spanish,
speak English.
Portuguese, English, a little bit of French.
Yeah, French.
Bueno.
Yeah, French.
See, I'm jealous of
Taco.
that, to be able to command multiple languages. I always get, like, for me, like, the idea of multiple languages, like, if you had them, like, at 50-50, would always confuse me. Like, is it a table, or is it whatever you say in the other language? So, is it not a table? Like, what exactly is it?
Yeah. Is it
Yeah,
a
yeah.
boat desk?
So that's always weird to me. Like, what is it then? If everyone's calling it something different, what is it? So it's just odd. That's why I forgot who the philosopher who did it, but he talked about items having like physical forms. Like this is the form of a table. That's how you know it's a table. But it was interesting nonetheless. But is it a table or is it not? It's weird. But yeah, only English for the most part. Or at least I'd feel comfortable conversing with someone that is in English.
Okay.
And that man speaks sarcasm. That I can do pretty well.
I don't speak sarcasm.
Although I feel like I don't really understand sarcasm that well sometimes. I try to take people at face value, man, and then they sarcasm up, and then I just don't know what they're talking about anymore.
Right.
You're very sexy then.
Goodness.
Wow.
Sarcasm.
That was rather direct.
He doesn't know how to take it. He can't tell if I'm lying or telling the truth.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
Yeah, no.
I'm not. I'm just here to have a good time.
Just a good time.
I just want to have a good time. Sit here with my instruments and have a good time.
Yeah.
Do you have instruments?
He's
Yes,
got
I have
instruments
instruments.
on deck prepared to play it.
Yeah.
I have for you
A ballad.
an acoustic guitar,
A ballad.
and I have a electric guitar and a mandolin.
Do you have a kazoo?
Yeah, actually I do.
That's awesome.
And you play the kazoo?
I play a mean kazoo. I make women weep with my kazoo powers.
Like, weep as in, like, it's so beautiful, as in, oh god, it's so horrible. Like, I mean,
You know,
All of the
that's just a bystander. I don't go by either good or bad. I just play it like I play my heart. Because I'm poetic.
Yeah.
that's the only way, man. That's the only
That's
way.
the only way you can play.
Oh,
If you don't have the heart, you get the hell out.
That's why I said you gotta be who you are. You gotta be yourself.
Ooh,
I wrote a
goodness.
ballad for some people, so the kazoo playing is coming along nicely.
Good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Very good.
Well,
Masterful talent, sir.
well, everyone
is.
everyone watching in the stream, if you haven't heard of Chilled which there was a couple people that were asking, but I think they got informed. Check him out on YouTube. He's pretty awesome.
Maybe.
Like these guys
I think
really
they may have been
entertaining.
sarcastic. I don't know.
Someone plug him in the chat. Someone
No, Gawa was being.
Oh, please don't plug me in the chat.
plug him
Yeah.
in the chat.
Okay, do it.
All right, he's plugged.
Self-promotion!
The word plug just sounds so dirty.
It's-
I'll
I
plug
feel
you
like
all
you're
day.
back in driving right now.
But you love it.
Get away your jeans, man.
Before we go to the club.
Plug all day, every day.
So, what was next on our agenda?
If you were up to it, OMG Pop, Draw My Thing, some hilariousness.
I can play a little bit of that. I haven't played that in a while.
Okay.
Hey.
It
Hey.
is, I'm horrible, but, you know, it's,
Dude, we're
You, if you ever watch some of our other videos on here, you'll see we're No.
No, good.
There's always cheats, so if he wins, that's
Shut up.
You cheat, and that's not cool.
Yeah, no cheating, Purse.
Cheats.
It's a constant thing. It breaks my heart.
We don't